Hello everyone, welcome to MisasSeamlines YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, I want to show us how to cut and sew these cut together with pocket baggy trouser. Without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. I already went ahead to roll this line into two because from this starting line that I have at the edge here, I came in by 6 inches. This space here is where the cut together pocket is going to be. So from this 6 inches line up to this edge here is where we'll draft the pattern of the trouser. The trouser is also going to have an elastic band at the waist. So for the band at the waist, I am going to deduct 2 inches from the length of the trouser. Now from the starting line here, placing my tape rule 2 inches above, I am going to come down by 8 inches. For the hip line, 13 inches. For the crotch line, 38 inches. For the length of the trouser. And at this 38 inches, I am going to come down by 2 more inches for folding allowance, either 2 inches or 1.5 inches, but I think I'm going to go with 2 inches. I'm going to replicate the measurements, then roll them into a straight line. On the second line from the top here, which is our hip line, I will go in by hip measurements divided by 4 plus 3 inches. I'll take this measurement on the waistline, which is also known as the starting line, as well as on the crotch line, and rule them. On the crotch line, I'm going to extend it by 3 inches. I'm going to curve the crotch line into the waist line. You can either take the measurement on the crotch line straight down to the hem line as it is, or you can remove a couple of inches from it. So I am going to remove 2 inches from the 14 3/4 we have on the crotch line and place it here on the hem line at 12 3/4. I'm going to rule a straight line from here to here. On the waistline here, I'm going to come down by 1/2 inch and rule a slanted line from here to the side of the trouser like this. If you do not take this dart at the waistline here, you are likely to have some sort of bulge at the waist of your trouser in the front part. I will add a stitching allowance of 1/2 inch to the waist of the trouser. This is the allowance to join the band to the waist. Let's come to the cut together pocket part. From the starting line, I am going to come down by 3/4 inch. This is where our pocket opening is going to start from, and I will measure about 7 inches for the pocket opening. So now I will curve this line here like this for the pocket. I'm going to use my free hand for that. In total, now the length of our pocket is going to be 13.5 inches. I'm going to add half an inch stitching allowance to the crotch. Upper part of the pocket here, I'm going to add half an inch stitching allowance. I have gone ahead to place the front piece on another piece of fabric in order for us to cut the back part. On this crotch line here, I'm going to extend the back crotch by 3 inches and come down from the crotch line by half of an inch. On the hip line, I'm going to make a 2-inch extension as well as on the waistline. I will roll this line straight and make a curve to the half an inch mark we made below the crotch line. The reason we made this line below the crotch line is because we do not want the crotch part of the back sucking in between the buttocks. On the waistline here, we are going to go up by 1.5 inches for the back waist extension. We are going to roll a line to connect this point here to the side waist. On the hem line, the back part will be extended by 1 inch. Then we'll root a line to connect the back crotch to the back hem line here. We are going to trace out the back pattern. The first step to the stitching of the pattern is going to be to hold the front part like this. We are going to stitch the crotch together by half of an inch. Likewise, the back crotch with half of an inch. After holding the crotch together with a stitch, now I am going to place the front and the back, so right side facing right side, making sure that the sides align perfectly. I'm going to hold it with half of an inch stitch line down to the hem here. After stitching the sides, then I will move to the crotch line and stitch it together with half of an inch as well, starting from the crotch to each of the legs like this. After joining the sides, I went ahead to press the seams open. Then I took a measurement around the edge of the waist here and went ahead to cut this long piece of fabric here as the band for the waist. It is 26 inches on fold, that the width is 7 inches. So out of that 7 inches long, I folded 5 inches over. And I'm going to take this part to the sewing machine now and sew it with 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to fold it in like this and sew it as tiny as possible. Then I will join the sides of the band together, running a stitch here like this. After running that stitch, I will open this part up like this and fold it in. I'll run a stitch along this line as well as this other side here. The reason I'm doing this, you will see soon. And I folded the 5 inches like this because the allowance we gave for the band was 2 inches. So 2 inches of fold was supposed to be 4 inches. Then we added extra 1 inch for joining allowance. So now folding 5 inches from here to here on fold now, we have 2.5 inches, which we are going to use to join the band to the waist. And also this allowance here is meant to cover up the joining of this part like this. So it will be joined up like this. We are going to stitch it down like this. And then go ahead to flip it up, thereby covering this joining here. It is going to cover it up like this. After joining this part, I'll also go ahead to make 1/2 inch stitch on the waist like this, round the waistband, and also from the down part here, I'm going to come up by the 1/2 inch we are going to use to join the band to the waist of the fabric, and also another 1/2 inch. I'm going to make this like a stitch all around it. This is the spot where we are going to pass our elastic, here and here. And the line that is going to be in the middle here, we are going to pass our rope through. So this waistband is going to have both elastic and rope to make it adjustable. I will fold the hem of the trouser up with the 2 inches allowance that we gave while cutting it. So I'll first of all fold it in like this with 1 inch. I'll fold it in first with 1 inch, then again another 1 inch. That makes it 2 inches. I'll fold it in round like that and hold the hem with a stitch. To finish up the making of this trouser, I am going to pass elastic as well as the rope through the spaces that we left here. This first line here, I'm going to insert the elastic. The one in the middle will have the rope, and the one at the bottom here is going to have elastic as well. So my elastic is 27 inches long and 1/2 inch wide. I'm going to pass the 2 through the lines and also the rope. The jogger's rope is also going to go in there. So after I inserted the elastic into the waistband, I closed off the opening that I left for the insertion of the elastic. Now in this middle here, I'm going to take my seam ripper and open the stitches that I made in the middle here, and this is where I'm going to pass the rope through. So I'm just going to carefully rip the seams here. As you can see that I've ripped it open, excluding the back part, so only the front part, and I'm going to insert the rope into it.